All right, for next update, with all three major U.S. stock indexes part gains by the closing bell, they gathered momentum during the session after Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said high tariffs between the U.S. and China were unsustainable, and Trump signaled he was open to easing trade tensions between the world's two largest economies. Late on Tuesday, Trump dialed back his attacks on the Fed, which included threats to fire Powell. Most investors view the central bank chief as a stabilizing force in the market, which has been rattled by Trump's chaotic trade policy. First quarter earnings season has hit full stride, with 110 of the companies in the S&P 500 having reported, of those 75% have beaten Wall Street estimates, according to LSEG. Analysts now see aggregate S&P 500 earnings growth of 8.4% for the January to March period, up from an even 8.0% as of April 1st per LSEG.
I think this second day of an up market is really being propelled by possibly the unwinding of the uncertainty of this manufactured correction that drove the S&P 500 down 19% and the NASDAQ off more than 20%. Now we just have to see whether it is something that is going to be long lasting and rather just something that the administration is hoping for. We believe that the worst is likely behind us because of all of this bearishness that's been abounding. And as a result, that while we might end up bouncing along the bottom for a little bit, that we do believe that the market will be working its way higher, recoup all of its losses by year end, and continue to work higher as we move into 2026.
Wall Street stocks advanced on Wednesday on revived hopes for progress in the U.S.-China trade dispute, and as President Donald Trump soothed fears the Federal Reserve could lose its autonomy with reassurances that he has no intention of firing Fed Chair Jerome Powell. According to preliminary data, the S&P 500 gained 85.82 points or 1.62% to end at 5,373.58 points, while the Nasdaq Composite gained 398.42 points or 2.50% to 16,698.84. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 413.04 points or 1.05% to 39,600.02.